We all know what happened on 9/11, but the real question is, why did it happen? According to Ron Paul, America is to blame for the 9/11 attacks. Paul said that the intervention in the Middle East is the main motivation behind the 9/11 attacks.
Ron Paul is an American physician, author, and former Republican congressman, two-time Republican presidential candidate, and the presidential nominee of the Libertarian Party in the 1988 U.S. presidential election.
The attacks of 9/11 result in the death of 2,996 people, the 19 hijackers, 246 on the 4 planes, 2,606 in the New York City Twin Towers, and 125 people at the Pentagon.
Not only did adults lose their lives on 9/11, but there was also children involved. There was 8 kids that passed away. 5 of the kids were on Flight 77 and 3 on the United Airlines Flight 175.
The North Twin Tower was the first one to be hit at 8:47 a.m. The South Tower was hit at 9:03 a.m. The South Tower fell at 9:59 a.m. The North Tower ended up falling at 10:28 a.m.
Around 9:39 a.m., both of the towers were hit. Before they fell, as Flight 77 approached the Pentagon. The flight flew down over the Capitol from the north. It ultimately approached the west block of the Pentagon from the southwest.
After the Twin Towers have fallen, it took about 9 months to get everything cleaned up. They took weeks looking for survivors and searching for remains for the victims. Tons of people put their time and money in helping with the cleanup.
They put lights where the Twin Towers once stood. The lights up in the sky and the September 11 every year since 2002. They said that in 2008 that the last year the lights be flashed. In 2009, the lights were flashed again.
The Freedom Tower took the place where the North Twin Tower once stood. The Freedom Tower was named because of the terrorist attacks that took people's lives and destroyed the Twin Towers. They named it to show that they were not afraid and that nothing could bring us down. Some of the survivors from 9/11 are still telling their stories and what all happened to them that day. Some of the survivors from the South Tower thought they were going to die. Because of being smart and leaving the tower, they went back to their work because they thought they were safe. 13 years later, the National September 11 Memorial Museum has opened to memorialize those who lost their lives and ensure once again that the world will never forget. Exhibits featuring photographs, audio, videotapes, and recording testimonies connected to 9/11.
What if 9/11 never happened? 9 and 11 together meant nothing but 2 ordinary numbers. Imagine if there was no reason to have a memorial for all people who lost their lives. On 9/11, the first plane hit the North Tower. People in the South Tower wanted to leave, but were advised by an announcement to stay at their desks. Some of those people who tried to leave anyway were turned back by security and forced to stay in the building. It was not the first terrorist attack on the World Trade Center either. A bombing in February 1993 killed 6 people. After September 11 attacks, the World Trade Center, the rescue team cleaned up over 1.8 million tons of wreckage. Afghanistan resistance leader Shamim Massoud, who fought against the Soviet in the 1980s, also fought against fundamentalist interpretations of Islam. Ahmad was assassinated 2 days before 9/11, after the warning of a major terrorist attack set to happen in the United States.